Okay, so let's start. We'll put Nick and Olivia guys up to the whiteboards. There should be a marker. If you have Mr. Mannion and you have your own marker and you don't want to use mine, that is fine. There should also be erasers for you. They might just be over here now. Okay, so let's start off easy. Let's start with order of operations for 100. So we're going to start with order of operations for 100. So as they're doing it on the board, you're doing it at your seat in that same square that matches the board. So you're doing in the first square, first corner, and you're simplifying just like they are. So again, I can't put powers on here, so that's like 2 cubed. So it's 5 plus 2 times quantity 10 minus 2 cubed. Yes. So that's a great question. You can use a calculator when you're at the board and at your seats. That's 7. It needs new batteries. Don't take 7. Figured I'd spare you the sit down. Yeah. Someone told me yesterday. I just haven't had a chance to fix it. Okay, Olivia, what do you have? I can't see for you. Oh. All right, so be careful, guys. Order of operations, say parentheses and exponents first. So, Nick, yours looks great. You had the 10 minus 8. Then what happened was, so you distributed, and you distributed correctly. You just subtracted. You added 16 instead of subtracted 16. Correct it, and if you get the right answer, we'll be good. Okay, Olivia, you got your 8, but then you also made it a multiply by 3. Once you got the 8, that 3 was gone. You had it all right. You added 16 instead of subtracted. Your math was right. Write the minus 16. I know. That line was correct before. But you said 5 plus 20 minus 16 was 41. What's 5 plus 20? There you go. That's what I was saying, like, all your math was right. You literally just messed up the last line. Okay, so correct answer is 9. Okay. Let's go with Robert and Isabel. So Isabel, your team got it correct, so you get to pick a column and a point value. Nope, that one has no batteries. That one has no batteries. There you go. Absolute value inequalities? Wait, what?
Absolute value, 200.
Okay. That one not work either.
Nope.
Awesome. Ready, set, yell. Okay, 4. Boys, to your seats. 4. Absolute value x plus 5 equals 8. Okay, so absolute values. Step 1. Both of you need to erase all of your work. Except for the actual problem itself. What is the very first step? Who can tell me the very first step of an absolute value, Nick? Yeah, you have, and actually even before you separate it, you have to isolate it. Which means both of you, the first thing you need to do is divide by 4. Both need to be divided by 4. So you get x plus 5 equals 2, and x plus 5 equals -2. You should get 2 answers. Good job. That is correct. Yes, because I can't see all of it. But you are also correct. Good. So yes, you guys can erase it. Back in your seats, make sure you get that. Step 1 for an absolute value. Divide both sides by 4. Isolate the absolute value and get our final answers of -3 and -7. Bella and Colton. Okay, category and points fall to team 1. Okay, go big or go home, I guess. Solving equations for 500. You picked it. So that's b divided by 4 equals 2/3 times quantity b plus 5. I would get rid of the fraction by multiplying by its reciprocal to start. I would get rid of the fraction by multiplying by its reciprocal to start. Other fraction, Bella. Colton, your b plus 5 needs in parentheses, or else you don't get it wrong. Perfect.
I was, and then she pulled off the fraction, and I was like, cool.
Yes. I'll be erasing good stuff. I didn't know, yeah. I didn't know you were left-handed till just now. Multiply by the reciprocal of 2/3, Colton.
I was trying to find the ABC button on here.
There isn't an ABC button on there. Keep going. Solve for b. How do you solve for b? Get b on both sides. Yeah, you can do that, but make sure you distribute it then. Oop. Times. Yes, Bella's work looks good. So again, if you're at your seat, I'm telling you someone's work looks good. You should be copying it down, working through that process. You made one tiny error. What is 3? Yes, you found it. Okay, b is equal to -8. So again, my suggestion is get rid of those fractions. No one likes fractions, even though they're our friend. So you had 2 ways you could have got rid of it. You could have multiplied both sides by 3. You could have done what Bella did, which was multiply by your reciprocals, then multiply by your denominator. What? The test will have stuff like this, yes. Monday. So you're gonna you read today, tomorrow, we're gonna be reviewing till Friday. The problem is Group B takes their test Friday. So this, I'm recording what we're doing now. The problem is you can't see the boards. 100. Why'd you erase it all? Okay, remember, anytime you have an absolute value, first step is to isolate the absolute value. So, Joe, great job. You divided both sides by -5. Much better answers. However, what do we have to do with an absolute value? What do you have to do with an absolute value? Check it. Make sure they both work. So you plug back into your original. Absolute values need checked. So what'd you get? They both checked. Ugh. They do not check. You get -20. You get -20 equals +20. Or you should have got +4 equals -4. So they both fail. So your values were right, 0 and -8/3. However, both failed. Both failed. Both failed. Okay, Jordan and Zach. All right, Zach, category and points.
Order of operations.
All right, order of operations, 200. you need a calculator. You turned a multiplication into a plus sign. In your third step. Like it's 4 plus 1/3 times 6. That is correct, Zach. Very good. Okay, correct answer is 6. 12 plus 6 is 18. That's step 1. 18 divided by 3 is 6. 6 times the third is 2. 4 plus 2 is 6. Okay, back to the beginning. So Olivia and Nick. Okay. Bonus points on your test. Okay, category and points go to Olivia. No one likes vocab. That was correct. And good check steps. Very good. Yeah, you had it too. I couldn't tell, like, you were like nothing. So if we're like done and you want me to check if you're done, put your markers down. They'll let me know. I figured you were checking because you looked like you were like working through it. Awesome. So guys, if you're wondering where to check, always check back into the original, the very beginning. Yep. Yes. So if you're checking, you always check back into the original. Okay, next two. So category and points fall to Rob. Awesome. Solving equations 100. That is correct. Correct answer is D equals 4. Very nice. Next two, please. Category and points, Bella. Awesome. All right, guys, solving equations for 300. That is correct. Okay, so all you had to do is combine like terms on the left. So x plus 9 is 10. 10 minus 6 is 4. 4 plus 4 is 8. So you got 8x equals 24. Divide both sides by 8, and you got 3. Okay, next two. Yeah, but there's 4 500 questions. Like, if you did any of those 500s, like, the game would turn. Lindsay, Joseph, let's go. Lindsay, category and points. Okay, solving equations for 200. That is correct. Very good, team one. Back on the board. Lindsay, I think you are on the right track, though. Oh, yeah, I see you got it. Awesome. So, good job, guys. P is equal to -8. Next two. Jordan, you get category and points now.
Absolute values.
All right, absolute values for 100. Okay, keep going. That's one side. Remember, you split it for 2. Excellent. Good job, Zach. Good job, Jordan. You're almost there. He beat you by the hair on his chin. I actually have no idea if Zach has hair on his chin because I've never seen him without a mask. No, he does not. All right, next up, Olivia and Nick. Category and points go to Olivia. Oh no. All right, solving equations, 400. Nobody likes inequalities. Yeah, remember these? These are called literal. It's where like you solve for a variable because you have a variable. It's really not that bad. Okay, here's my hint to both of you. Okay, you're on the right track. Don't lose the square. There's a square on the J. Yeah, keep going. So you want to get W alone. Multiply both sides by, so you divide it by J squared. How do you get rid of the 1/4? Multiply by the reciprocal, which is, yeah, 4/1. So you can't leave your answer as a fraction in a fraction. So, like, you can't have Q divided by 1/4. Yeah, what happened to your J squared and your 4? You're so close. Set. Okay, guys, the correct answer is 4Q over J squared. Nick, don't celebrate. You didn't get it right. Yeah, there's really not like much more work to show you. What I did to start is multiplied both sides by 4. I can kind of write on here. So like the first thing I did was multiply both sides by 4. So that cancels the 1/4 and the 4 on the right and leaves you with 4Q left. So then you have 4Q equals WJ squared. I'm writing with a mouse, so this is difficult. And then you divide both sides by J squared. So that your W is left alone. Does that help? I know it's a little difficult to see.
So you just, okay.
So like you're going to leave your answer as it is now. Okay. Isabel and Rob, let's go. Category and fun points fall to Rob. So again, order of operations, you are plugging in for A, B, and C. That's correct. Oh, you had it. Just don't lose your negative. Negative 20 divided by negative 2. Okay, correct answer is negative 20. No. All right, we can get out one more. Let's go. You do 500. It's tie game. You have 4 500 choices. Any of them could tie you up.
I don't know, just surprise me with 500. I don't care which one.
Alright, well then we're gonna crazy click.
Order of operations.
Oh, okay. I'm fairly certain you better take your time. And you need a calculator because there is a decimal. You need a calculator because there is a decimal. It is 0.4. It is W. Well, I know because I did this like last week with the different kids and they missed it.
Is that a square?
Yes. So it's 0.4 minus a minus 3 squared minus 2 times WY. It means squared. It means like the power. It is. It's called the caret on the keyboard. Yeah. It's a decimal answer.
Oh.
You did what I told you not to do. It's 0.4, not 4. Like it's 0.4 plus 3 squared, not 4. All right, guys. Your homework is that multiple choice review, that 1-4 to 1-6 multiple choice review.
What was the answer?
The answer is like 47.56.
I got like 3. I mean, I got that. 3. I got it.
Colton was on the right track. I don't know. He like goofed up.
Well, maybe it's 6-ish. Okay, Carter.
You never squared your 3.4.